All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring on the ChainHounds, which is a project that is super early still, but a really revolutionary project, I believe. And I've been talking to them for a while now, just kind of learning more about them. But I'll give the floor to them to talk a little bit more about what they're doing and what they're bringing. But the art is fantastic. The play-to-earn game is essentially ready to go. And it's a really cool concept that you guys are going to like.
Hey, what's up, guys? And appreciate you guys inviting us to the space. Like he said, I'm one of the founders of ChainHounds. I got my wife sitting next to me. She's the project manager for my project and also the COO of Crypto Dads. We've both been in crypto for a little while now. I've been investing in mining since 2016 and jumped into this wonderful world of NFT space, and it's exciting, and we wanted to be a part of it. So we put together a team at the end of last year, and we wanted to do something, and everybody on the team's gamers, and we went back and forth with a bunch of different concepts and tweaked it along the way. It started out as a pixel art project, and then it turned into what it is now. But so, like he said, it's a play to earn. It's a racing game, and the cool thing about it is we didn't want people to FUD the fact that the races could be rigged or anything can happen behind the scenes, and being in Zed for a day and out of Zed for a day, and I'm also a holder of Chicken Derby, which I'm a fan of their project, but we wanted to take the ability to, like, for whales to be able to buy their basically a better chance to win. So what we did is we're using 80% of the movement for the chain hounds is going to be based off an on-chain algorithm that randomly creates numbers and determines the movement, and the other 20% is going to be by parts that you can upgrade on your hound, and so all the parts combined on the hound it will total up to about 20% of the movement. And so how the racing aspect's going to work is we're going to do something similar to like Fortnite or Apex, where there's going to be a battle pass, and as you race, you'll earn points, and you'll be able to unlock things along the way, different crates for cosmetic stuff and parts, and all these parts and cosmetic pieces are going to be mintable NFTs. So there'll be a separate market for that, which will be kind of like a social experiment because it'll be up to the community um, that kind of dictates the pricing and of all those things. So the first big race is the first season, I should say, is gonna have two different aspects. You're gonna be able to race solo, but we wanted to get, and we're partnering up with other projects, and hopefully a majority of them stay on board for the fact that there's going to be team racing as well, right? So say janitors, have a community of maybe 20 people that held. Well, they'll be able to create a team of 4, and whatever project or whatever team has the most points at the end of the month will win a prize, and so will the solo winner as well. And so probably the first one will be like an ETH giveaway, and then after that, we're gonna start doing something similar to the janitors, where we'll be sweeping that project's floor within reason if it's not 50 ETH, and then using those NFTs as prizes later down the road to help their community out as well. So we really wanted to be uh, tied into many projects as possible to kind of bring the communities together and in a fun way by racing and being able to win prizes and be able to upgrade your dogs and customize them how you like. Um, so that's basically the gist of it. I'm trying to be quick because I had an appointment pushed up to 3 o'clock.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
at all.
uh,
So take us.
or 2 o'clock. I meant that was supposed to be at 3. So I'm trying to get all the meat and potatoes out.
Yeah, no worries at all. We really appreciate you coming on. So take us back to the the beginning of this. So What is the mint price going to be, or do you have one yet? And how many are in the collection?
As of now, we're doing about $8,000 for the collection. The mint price should be around point 0.1, depending how crazy this market is. I didn't want to put myself in the corner and then ETH drop to $1,000, in a week or something,
Right.
and be tied to that.
And so with the ChainHounds, this is a question that I have for you because I was in Rumble Kong League for a little while, and I like what they're doing and how each Rumble Kong NFT has a certain amount of boost and stuff like that. These characteristics that allow them to have certain qualities that go in with their game. Now, are the ChainHounds going to have anything like that? Like, is there going to be a speed? Is there going to be anything that is like a boost or anything for these specific ChainHounds to make them more rare, or however it may be?
Yeah. So there's 8 upgradable parts along with hacks, and hacks are like kind of like a buff that lasts for 24 hours, and um, they some of them have like a 24-hour cooldown. Some of them have like a 3-day cooldown, depending on. All right, so yeah, so there's like a suspension upgrade, turbo upgrade, propulsion upgrades, and and those upgrades will be on Polygon, so so they'll be super low gas to mint, damn near free, and having a I just turned 40. I've been gaming since I was 5 years old, and a lot of the other people on the team are close to my age and are all gamers. We took a lot of time to really make sure the game was balanced. So a lot of these upgrades are kind of like help you get pulled from the back to the front. There's nothing that should keep you in the lead as far as like what the parts do and how they affect the race. For instance. There's like the suspension upgrade kind of look like the lore behind it's kind of like the hound kind of adjusts to um, the hound in front of it for like a drafting type bonus, and for example, so everything's kind of pulling from the back to the front to keep everything pretty well balanced.
Yeah.
um, at the end of we're also huge in alpha, and most of us are degens as well, and so we take alpha seriously. I do a lot of research and try to keep an eye on a majority of the market while we're not building, and so we'll have an alpha pass that if you complete the full season, you'll be able to mint that as well. And what that will do is we'll give you a discount on shop items, as well as there's going to be multiple tiers. They'll give you private access to different rooms in the Discord, and so when we do partnerships later down the road, we'll allocate. Everybody will be eligible for whitelisting, but we'll allocate more to the people with the higher tier alpha card.
Awesome. So you guys are doing a lot of different things, a lot of moving parts. I know you said the play to earn game is essentially ready to go. Any idea? And this may be way too much alpha here, but any idea when you guys think you might be minting?
I mean, we're close. We're in the same boat as you guys. We're kind of weighing out the market. The game was actually functional. We were alpha testing it with the pixel art back in early January, late December, and so the whole mechanics and with the on-chain algo and all that working properly was functional back then. We still have to do a little bit of testing with the parts and how they affect the race with the algo, but we're really really close, and we're 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 kind of raffling away some alpha tester roles too. So we actually have an OG spot giveaway going on right now. So if there's anybody interested, go ahead and check us out on Twitter, and then within our OGs, which they're only going to be 250. And it's a closed Discord till those fill. We're kind of just taking our time, not rushing anything. Um, but once those are filled, we'll open up the Discord to everybody else and start normal allow list, and the
Yeah.
OGs will be able to get to mint an extra hound if they choose so, and also mint at an earlier time. But we're shooting maybe for middle of next month if all goes well with the testing. But we're pretty ready. Another thing we kind of added last minute, and we kind of went down the rabbit hole of it, is we wanted to add some lore, and so we created 7 factions, and then with all that ended up coming more art and some cool story backgrounds for each one. And so if you go to the website, there's kind of like a summary of each lore, but there's a full like mini novel that goes behind them all too. A good buddy of mine's really articulate with words, so I let him go to town on it, and he did an amazing job, and we're excited to share all that stuff as well.
Yeah, I was reading through the website, which just went live, I believe, a couple of days ago. So I don't know if you want to pin that website up for people to take a look at, but it's a really cool website. It's really well done. But on top of that, you can go through and read the lore, and it kind of just gets you excited about owning some of these chain hounds. And I'm kind of a sucker for a good lore and good background story behind a project, because it just makes it feel like you're embedded into this project and into this system, into this gaming system that's there. And so when I was reading through that lore, it made me super excited to own one of these chain hounds, because you're kind of, like I said, embedded into this project, and it tells you everything that's gone on behind the scenes, all this cool lore, and it's really, really well written. So I definitely encourage you guys to take a look at their website, read through it, follow them on Twitter, and then you can't hop in their Discord, but you can beg them to let you in, and they might.
Yeah, so I'm in so many different projects, and we wanted to do something a little different. We could have released this, and like a lot of other people, you know, waited 6 months while we built. Um, but we really wanted something playable to give people conviction that we're like serious in the project. And so, and another problem that I've seen in the space, and if people that have been in here for a little while, has been around for a few months, you see a lot of Discord start struggling, a month or two um, after they're mint, where all that excitement's kind of fades away. We were hoping, by tying in other communities and with the competition side, between a friendly competition between everybody, that it give other communities something to do, as well as keep ours going and active, and while we continue to build. So the long term game plan is, while we have multiple seasons lined up and ready to go, is to turn these hounds into 3D models, which eventually I'll tease something, but we've already got some stuff in the works, and they look freaking amazing. And rebuild the game out in Unity, so looks a little better cosmetically, and for everybody to enjoy, and bring in a gambling aspect to it, similar to like Chicken Derby or Zed. But that would be later down the road, and part of the second phase of the project.
Yeah, and I think it's really smart to have a game that's already ready to go before you launch. And the reason I say that is because we've seen in this space so often. I mean, even you look at Rumble Kong League, who has minted they minted back in August of last year, or maybe even late July, and their game is still not ready to go. And it's so difficult for uh, people to just wait and wait and wait and watch their floor price slowly go down, because people get impatient, especially in this space. And we all know it takes time to build games, especially if you want to build a good quality game for people to enjoy. It takes time. But if you mint and then you have people waiting for 3, 4, 5, 6 months or so, there's a shiny new toy that comes, and they're like, god, I really want this new project that's coming, but I've been holding this one forever. I think I just need to sell it. The price keeps dropping a little bit, and then I'll buy into this new project. So having a game that's already ready to go is super important, because you're going to see people that mint, and they can immediately start playing, and they're going to immediately reap the benefits of playing that game, right? So uh, to take the time to build the game out before you launch, I think is important. I think we're going to see a lot of projects doing it that way moving forward. even though the struggle with that is it takes money to build a game, right? It takes money and it takes time to build a game, for the most part. So sometimes the mint money is used to build the game, and so there's that happy medium you have to find to keep people engaged.
Yeah, exactly. And just to touch on the like how the play to earn aspects will work is, so not only will they be like monthly prize pools for points, the mintable NFTs, the parts, the cosmetics, and the hacks will be different from season to season. So whether you choose to hold it or sell those parts, um, for whatever uh, value the community kind of dictates those to be, it is just a cool way to implement a play to earn aspect to the game, as well as the prizes that we're going to be putting up. Um,
Absolutely.
so
And
yeah, there's multiple angles on how you can potentially play it out, and the parts are going to be in crates too. So kind of an interesting concept is, if that crate don't get opened, like say some season one cosmetic or some season one part, come like season 4 or 5, somebody potentially might pay big bucks for it, not knowing what it is, and it having kind of some rarity to it, that there might not be that many unopened crates later on during the season. So there's like multiple ways to kind of play it out, um, from the play to earn aspect. And like I said, while we're entertaining the community with races and having fun with other communities, um, we'll continue to build this out and a more polished platform, and bring on a legal team, and eventually implement a wagering race mode. It'll be separate from the kind of play to earn model, but it'll be um, almost like you have an adventure mode, uh,
right.
or battle royale or whatever. It'll be a separate game, but within the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, that's super excited, man. I'm excited for the project. I'm gonna open it up here to see if anybody has any questions for you, and if not, we're gonna move on to the Dragon fam and talk with them about what they got going on. Again, really appreciate you. I'm gonna open it up here, see if anybody has any questions for ChainHounds.
So the first prizes are just going to be redeemable, I guess, prizes within your community, being like whitelist spots. I guess, what did you have up for grabs once they earn points? I guess, what can they expect to earn, after playing?
So, like I said, the first monthly prize pool will probably be each giveaways. But for whatever project or team that wins that's representing their project, we'll be doing floor sweeps of their project within reason, and using those for future giveaways as well. So it'll be other projects, NFTs, ETH, um, and stuff in that and stuff of that nature.
Sweet. Yeah, I was wondering. That whole legal question you brought up of like wagering and stuff, I think that's going to be something really cool to throw in there. It's where, you got 10 of these, um, you know, um, chain hounds running around, and then you put your wager onto them, and then, winner takes the pool. I think that would be something awesome in the future to see come along.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say I grew up in like greyhound racing or anything, but I've probably been a handful of times with my dad and always enjoyed it. And I've went as an adult afterwards, and I don't know, maybe 20 times in my life, and it was just something fun to do. And this is like a more humane way of doing it, because I know
Yeah.
they're outlawing it and banning it, and keep that alive, kind of, and bring it into the Web3 space. And like I said, offer a way, or offer a game that's not uh, leveraged to people with a lot of money. Everybody has like an equal playing field when it comes to the game. So somebody with 1,000 ETH in their wallet can't buy the best chain hound. He's gonna basically have just as much a chance as anybody else.
Super exciting stuff. I'm excited as well. I think, for me, owning something that potentially goes into these contests, into these races every single day or every single week or whatever it is a really fun concept that I can get behind. Even when I had my non-conformist duck, they did these duck races in their Discord. My duck would just get there and swim across the pond. I'd be sitting at my computer like, come on, come on. Never won, but it was super fun.